When you're playing singles from the baseline, you want to stand halfway between your opponent's two best shots, which means cross court from the ball. So say the ball is this pink circle right here. One option that this player could hit is this blue line. They're hitting a shot that's bouncing and then angling off of the court from that position. Another option they could hit is straight ahead. So that's depicted by the red line. So you want to find where the bisector is on those two options, and that's where you want to stand. So if I bisect this angle, now I'm about halfway between each option. So the distance from here and the distance from there should be equal, and that's where you want to stand. A lot of players make the mistake of standing in the center of the court after they hit, and when they do that, notice that they're closer to the red line than they are to the blue line. So that puts them at a big disadvantage. And if the opponent hits a nice cross-court shot there, this player is going to be in a defensive position if they're standing in the middle, because they have a long distance to run and they'll probably have to scramble to the ball. So your recovery position changes based on where the ball is. So remember, you want to stand halfway between their two best options. So if the ball's in the middle of the court, the opponent has equal opportunity on both sides, and so therefore you would want to stand in the middle of the court, because that would be bisecting the angle. But the moment that the ball gets away from the center of the court, then your opponent's options change and you want to adjust accordingly. So by standing halfway between their two best options instead of in the center of the court, when the ball's not in the center, you put yourself in the best position to cover their shot. So the distance from here to here should be equal if you're standing in the right position. I want you to become that 1% of players who follow this principle, and it's going to give you a real advantage on the court.